Hi, this is Chef Veronica, and I recently read an article where Mia Mottley spoke of polycrisis, and I was surprised by it because she doesn't move as though she is part of the polycrisis. Because when you hear that word, you think about climate change, inequality, workers' rights and bargaining power, lack of funding globally, crisis in democracy, public finance, polarization, biodiversity loss. There are a lot of things that you think about when you hear that word: dysfunction, distribution of value in the workplace. So many things come to mind when you hear the word polycrisis. It's a global problem. And Mia Mottley said that she's currently, or the world is currently, in a polycrisis. And yet, Mia Mottley is always on a plane. She's always flying here and there with an entourage. Mia Mottley just recently opened a new building, the Judas, as I would call it, complex, there in Bridgetown, Barbados, where she dedicated it to traders. Mia Mottley has one of the biggest cabinets ever. Mia Mottley is paying herself very well. Yet, she talks about a polycrisis. She talks about a global downturn in everything. It's a big word. It's a big word that she has used, but she doesn't really believe it because she doesn't move as though Barbados, let's talk about Barbados. She does not move as though Barbados is experiencing economic turmoil. She doesn't move that way. When you see her dedicating buildings, when you see her doing everything she does, she moves as though Barbadians are the richest people in the world. So you should check her on that. Check Mia Mottley on the use of polycrisis, that word, and ask her if she really understands what it means, and if within that word, is Barbados part of the crisis? Is Barbados part of the global downturn? Is Barbados not part? Maybe I should ask that. Is Barbados not part of what is happening globally? And if Barbados is experiencing what every other country is currently experiencing, why is Mia Mottley always on a plane? Why is Mia Mottley building new hotels in Barbados? Why is Mia Mottley renovating old buildings? Why is Mia Mottley's cabinet so big, etc., at all? You should check her. Check your Prime Minister on that. This is Chef Veronica. Hi, this is Chef Veronica again. Is Mia writing her speeches, or are they being written for her? She seems to be very good at retaining information. She has maybe some sort of total recall or whatever, but she doesn't really get what she's saying. Yeah, she is speaking and it sounds really good coming out her mouth, but is she writing her speeches, or is someone writing them for her? She reads them, remembers them, and regurgitates them. Because here, again, she talks about neocolonialization. She doesn't really understand what that means, does she? Because if she understood what it meant, she would not be talking about King's Council. That's what she puts after her name now. She would not be talking about the sirs and the dames and all the other titles that she got from the old colonialists. Okay? So when she's talking about the neo-colonialism, she doesn't really understand. Deep inside, Mia doesn't understand. She's just saying words. She remembers them and she says them well, but she doesn't quite understand what she's saying. Chef Veronica.